Hey everybody, I appreciate you guys being here. This is Dr. Billy Williams, President of Inspire Nation Business Mentoring. And today our topic is marketing campaigns and tasks every insurance agent should do to close out the last quarter of the sales year. Now, many of these are the same things you should do to open the first quarter of the sales year, but we're going to talk about it from the standpoint of closing the last quarter of the sales year. I'm going to start with the 6 best insurance agency prospects. Then I'm going to talk about the way that we market to those prospects. Then I'm going to explain why the last quarter of the year is so important. And then I'll get into the 15 or 16 different campaigns that we actually should perform the last quarter of the sales year. So let's look at our 6 best insurance agency prospects. Those are your current customers, referrals and referral partners. And we're talking about referrals from your current customers and referrals from your referral partners, such as professionals that send you referrals. Prospects that are actively seeking quotes or information about your insurance products and service. And they can do that several ways. They can come to a conference call, to a webinar. They can do a search online. They can pick up the phone and give you a call. They can fill out a lead magnet. They can go and watch a video. But these are people that are actively seeking quotes or information about your insurance products and services. Then there's your quoted, not sold list. You've been in business a while, you've quoted a lot of people, you only have a close percentage of 15 to 20% per carrier. So therefore you got a lot of people that you've quoted, but you haven't sold. That is your 4th best prospect. Then there are former customers, people that left you for whatever reason. And then people with a possible upcoming need for your products and services, such as X dates, new home purchase, new movers, recently married, new baby in the house, however you look at it. But these are your 6 best insurance agency prospects. And this is where 99% of your focus should go when it comes to marketing your agency. Don't just throw a bunch of crap against the wall and hope that it works. Don't do a swag, a sophisticated, wild ass guess, and hope that it works. I'm telling you, 99% of your marketing efforts should focus on the 6 best insurance agency prospects. How do we market to those prospects? Well, we use an acronym called P.E.T.E.L.S.R. Okay, P.E.T.E.L.S.R. The P stands for phone and postal mail. The E stands for email. The T stands for permission-based text messaging. I have to stress that, permission-based, meaning they either filled out something or they texted us first and gave us permission to text them. The next E is events. Events such as conference calls, webinars, Facebook Live, a live presentation, a networking group, anything like that that's a live event. The L stands for lead magnets and landing pages. Lead magnets are things that we advertise, such as our billboards, such as magazine advertisement that we do. When we do things out on our social networking, those are all lead magnets. Those drive people back to our products and services. And then landing pages. Landing pages is where they go to actually give us their contact information or request a quote. So your homepage of your website is a landing page, but there might be a specific product that you want to sell, and you built something on that page that says, want a quote? Fill out this form, right? So that way you're combining lead magnets and landing pages, but you definitely have to have a landing page. Then there's social media and social networking. Social media is our broadcast to everybody that's on the social media platforms. Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, whatever, right? We're broadcasting to everybody. Social networking is when we're reaching to individuals that are either part of our connections, part of our groups, part of something that we know we have a direct connection with that person. So there's a difference between social media marketing and social networking. Social media is I put out a video on Facebook or I put out a video on LinkedIn and I mark anybody that's on LinkedIn can see it. Okay, that's social media. Social networking is I put that same video into a group that I'm a part of, or I share that with my specific connections. That's social networking. Then there are referrals. Referrals from referral partners, referrals from our customers, referral from our general contacts. But we want to build referral networks, such as going out on LinkedIn and asking folks to become part of our referral network. And all of that should be wrapped up around video. Yes, we use text. Yes, we write out stuff. We do blogs. We do all that wonderful stuff because Google still puts emphasis on content. But video is content as well. And there are three types of videos that we should have out. We should have out promotional videos, meaning videos that tell about our agency and tell what we do and tell about our expertise. We should have out educational videos that go specific to our product or specific to our service. And then there should be follow-up videos. If you requested information from me, I'm going to make a quick little video and say, hey, Tom, this is Billy. I'm just shooting you this quick video so you can put a face with the name and what we do. And I just want to say hi. And if you have any questions, give me a call. That's a follow-up video. These are the main ways that we market to people. P.E.T.E.L.S.R. Okay, P.E.T.E.L.S.R with video. Now, if you want to get a copy of this handout, whether you're watching this on video or you're watching this in as part of the video and document library, if you want to get a copy of this handout, you can either scan the QR code that you see right there or go to our website, www.inspireanation.org, and just click on the download store tab. Again, that's inspireanation.org, and just click on the download, or excuse me, the download store tab, and you'll see right there that we've actually got a lead magnet, right, that you can fill out and actually get a copy of this handout that we're doing today. Let's look at some interesting facts about the last quarter of the sales year. Okay. September through December is a critical time for insurance agencies and their marketing efforts. Let's look at each category, each product. Auto insurance. The two peak seasons for auto insurance sales are spring, which is March through May, and then again September through November. Why? Because the captives, which write the majority of auto insurance, right, those 6-month policies, they tend to write the most policies from March through May, and then those 6-month policies are renewing in September through November. So us as independent agents, or even if you're a captive agent, this is an excellent window for us to get out there and really hunt for auto insurance. Now, I'm not a big believer in buying auto insurance leads. I think the only people that make money from auto insurance leads are people who sell auto insurance leads. That's what I think. But if I'm cross-selling, if I'm getting property leads, Medicare supplement leads, life leads, annuity leads, whatever, I'm in my own book, I'm digging through my own book, those are phenomenal times to make sure that I'm talking about auto insurance. Homeowners insurance. The end of the peak season for new homeowner sales is August and September. That means that intelligent agencies should continually increase their homeowners insurance marketing, right? Because most other agents are falling off. Let's be honest. Come September, come October, they're starting to wind down. You don't want to wind down. You want to pick it up, all right? This is when you want to get into more of the marketing campaigns that we're going to talk about. Life insurance. September is Life Insurance Awareness Month. So literally, the entire life insurance industry is promoting life insurance. You need to jump on that bandwagon. You need to talk to your customers, talk to your prospects, and put out marketing campaigns specific to life insurance. Childbirths. August through October have had the highest rate of childbirths for the last 16 years. Childbirths and a new baby in the house are primary insurance shopping triggers. We want to make sure that we're on top of that. Now, how do we know when someone's had a childbirth? There are a lot of different ways that we can do things. We can buy lists. We can just put out general marketing, general advertising that cater to childbirths or families that have a new baby in the house. Medicare Advantage, Medicare products. According to AARP, 10,000 baby boomers are turning 65 every day, right? And that's expected to continue through 2030 when we're all dead, I guess. This means that nearly 7 baby boomers are turning 65 every minute. Guys, there's no reason for us not to be on that train. Health insurance, just like life insurance, September is life insurance month. Oh man, September, October, November, they're all kind of awareness months. Blood cancer awareness month, National Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month, and it goes on and on and on. Commercial insurance. January is the primary month for new startup businesses to incorporate. More incorporations happen in January than any other month of the year. So based on the average commercial insurance sales cycle, those businesses will start to shop their insurance 3 or 4 months out. When is that? September through December. So if you sell commercial insurance, September through December is a prime window for you. What about your team? I know you're like, well, Billy, that's great, but I don't know if I have the team. Well, here's what we found out. Red Booth, they did a intriguing research in 2018. And what they did was they looked at the entire year and they found out that the average worker is 20% more productive in autumn than in winter. Why? What happens in winter? We get that winter gloom. What happens in summer? We're distracted, right? So the average worker is 20% more productive in autumn than in winter. So that means, again, September, October, November, not only are those great months to get out there and look at insurance, but what's happening? Your people are actually more productive. They're more engaged in September, October, and November than they were in July, and then what they're gonna be in probably December or January. So again, guys, no reason to just fall off the earth the last quarter of the year. Don't wait until January to bump up your marketing. Jump on it now. Get on it now. January and February should be another leg of your marketing. Shouldn't be you starting back up like a lot of agents want to do. They want to start back up in January. Not a good deal. So let's look at the actual campaigns that you need to do or that you can do. Here's the thing I want to point out. I'm going to give you a lot of campaigns here. I'm not telling you to go out and try to do every single campaign. I'm telling you to pick 1 or 2 things and really work on those 1 or 2 things. I've got this saying, I have a lot of sayings, those of you that know me. I have this saying though, be exceptional at one thing, be good at a few things, and be average at the rest. And you'll still be in the top 5% of your industry. Again, let me say that saying again. Be exceptional at one thing, be good at a few things, and be average at the rest, and you will still be in the top 5% of your industry. That's just the way it works. So pick 1 or 2 of these and become exceptional at it. The rest of them, throw them out there, become good at it. And if you just touch on some of the other ones, you're still going to be in the top 5%, because you know what your peers are doing? They're sitting around with paralysis by analysis. There's so much stuff that I can do, Billy, that I don't do anything. Okay, what am I going to tell you? Pick 1 or 2 things and let's focus on those 1 or 2 things. So let's look at the campaigns. The birthday process. Reaching out to your prospects, customers, former customers, those 6 best prospects, right? Reaching out to those, even putting out something on social networking. Hey, do you have a birthday coming up in September or October? This is a great time for us to take a look at your life insurance, a great time for us to revisit your auto insurance, a great time for us to look at your homeowner's insurance, right? Your birthday changes a lot of things in your life. Let's take a look at your insurance profile and make sure that that's up to date. That's a great time to reach out to those folks. Everybody has a birthday. Well, if you don't, then I don't need to reach out to you, right? But everyone has a birthday. And look at your own database of people. You've got hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of people in your database that have a birthday. What are you doing with that? Now, how do you maximize that birthday? How do you really get the most out of it? One little simple phrase. If you buy or receive something expensive for your birthday, call and let's see if we need to add it to your insurance. I'll say that phrase again. If you buy or receive something expensive for your birthday, call and let's see if we need to add it to your insurance. Guys, we send that phrase out to everybody, whether you're a customer, a prospect, a former customer, whatever. We send it out to everybody. We put it on our ads, we put it everywhere. Why? Because 80% of customers have no clue who the hell their insurance agent is. None. So we get calls all the time in our agencies from people who say, hey, I saw something that said I needed to call you guys and see if I need to add my ring or add my car or add my fur or add my whatever to the policy. And we'll go look it up. Okay, what's your phone number? I don't see that phone number. What's your last name? I don't see that either. Are you one of our customers? I thought I was. You're the guys who told me to call. They don't know who the hell their customer, their agent is. So at that point, now becomes an opportunity for us to service them, to BOR, broker of record them, or AOR, agent of record them, and get them over to us, or just write them a whole new policy. But birthday is a great, phenomenal, awesome opportunity for you to reach out to people. Introduction video to contacts. This is another campaign. You should have, remember we talked about the 3 videos. There should be promotional, educational, and follow-up, right? This is your promotional video. You need an introduction video that goes out to all of your contacts. Should be a part of your lead magnet. Should be a part of your video. Should be your YouTube channel. Should be a part of all of that. Even when you're quoting folks, hey, send them this video that explains who you are, what you're about, what my team looks like. Here's what we do. Here's what we specialize in. You need that introduction video to your contacts. If you're an active Inspire Nation member, just type in the word video in the video and document library, or type in the word introduction. And we actually have a script out there for you that you can modify to create your agency introduction video. Next, purchase property, commercial, or specialty product leads. Guys, here's the deal. Either you're going to generate your own leads, you're going to pay somebody or something to generate your own leads, or you're not going to have leads. End of story. All right, let's keep this real simple. Either you're going to generate your own leads by putting these campaigns and marketing things together, or you're going to have to pay somebody to actually do the prospecting and marketing for you. A lot of it depends on your budget. A lot of it depends on your personality. So if you're going to purchase leads, here's what we recommend. Real-time internet leads, aged internet leads, and warm transfer leads. Real-time internet leads. If you don't have the technology to immediately follow up with a prospect or a person who requested an online quote, don't buy real-time internet leads. Don't do it, okay? Don't do it. It's a waste of your time, waste of your energy, waste of your money. Why? Because you're competing against the agencies that do have the technology, that do have the automation, that do have the instant autoresponders. You're competing against those. And when you're 10, 15 minutes out from that requested time, there have already been 30 agents that have contacted them. So you might as well buy aged internet leads, because you're turning your real-time internet leads into aged leads anyway. So you might as well just buy aged internet leads. Now you're not in as big of a rush, right? You can get to them at the end of the day. You can get to them the next day or a couple of days later. That's what I suggest. Again, if you don't have the real-time technology to immediately auto-respond to a request for a quote, don't buy real-time internet leads. You're just throwing away your money. Buy aged internet leads. It's the same lead, it's just 3 or 4 days old. Warm transfer leads. Man, I remember I used to buy warm transfer leads for literally 10 bucks, 15 bucks. Now they're like $90. But here's the deal. If you've got a reputable company that's out here actually doing real warm transfer, that's a real customer. That's a person who says, yes, I want to talk to an agent right away about my home, about my auto, about my life insurance, whatever that is. So warm transfer leads can be a part of your marketing team, part of your marketing process. But I'm going to tell you the same way that I'm going to tell you with internet leads. If your people are not going to get back to them, don't buy them. They're the most expensive out of all of them. Don't buy them. Don't waste your time. Let's pick some other campaign that I'm talking about to do that's not as time sensitive. Now, the one thing that we recommend, or I guess we don't recommend, we never recommend that you buy automobile leads. Ever, ever, ever. Okay, I know there are people that will say, oh, Billy, I buy them and I live off of them and I make money. Okay, great. You've got the tools, the time, the people, it's working for you. But for most agents, when you buy an automobile lead, the only person who makes money on that auto lead is the person who sold you or the company that sold you the auto lead. That's just my personal opinion and experience. Again, yours might be different. Maybe you've got the budget. Maybe you're spending the $5,000 to go out and get enough auto leads to break even at $5,000. Maybe that's what you're doing. But the average agent out here does not break even on their auto leads. Okay, they don't. Now they might break even 3 years down the road because they're going back and requoting those, but they're not breaking even year one. So you have to base it on your budget, your timeline, and the personality of your agency. Next, join or create a social networking group. We are all part of our own industry groups, but we're not creating or joining groups for our target prospect. That means if I sell homeowners insurance in Toledo, Ohio, I need to go out and join groups of people who have just bought homeowners insurance in Toledo, Ohio. And guess what? If there's not a group, then I need to start the group. I need to go out on LinkedIn or go out on Facebook and put new homeowners in Toledo, Ohio, join our group. And I need to put out some advertising, put out some Facebook ads or some LinkedIn ads, and get people to join that group. I'm building my own target audience group. You need to join or create social networking groups of your target prospect, not just our industry groups. Reported claims. One of the things that we do is our group, our agencies, 160 plus agencies, one of the things that we do is everyone that reports a claim that's not in the hospital, not on life support. I mean, we have to apply common sense here, guys. Everyone that's not on life support or whatever, if they have a claim, I don't care if it's a towing claim, I don't care if it's a glass claim, they automatically get a life insurance quote if we sell life insurance in that agency. Why? Because we use the claim as a trigger. I don't want to hear, well, Billy, why would I send them a life insurance quote when they had a towing claim? Because I'm not trying to say you need this life insurance quote because you had a towing claim. I'm using the towing claim as a trigger. That's all. It's just a trigger that says because this incident happened, that triggers me to send this. Not tying the two together, just triggering them. But all reported claims. And if you want to sell some life insurance between now and the end of the year, go back, go to your carriers, because you probably don't pull a report. Go back and go to your carriers and have them send you a report of everyone that's reported a claim and do what I'm asking you to do. Send them a 10-year, 250,000 term quote just to get the conversation started. And you'll be amazed how many policies you write if you actually do that. Next, your quoted not sold outreach campaign. Remember, we talked about making sure that you get to your people using P.E.T.E.L.S.R, right? Postal mail, email, text message, events, landing pages, lead magnets, social networking, right? Referrals. Your quoted not sold is a phenomenal list because it's there. You've already talked to them. You already quoted them. You already got their information. You already got everything that you need. You just didn't sell the damn policy. So don't sit on that list. Work that list. Okay, quoted not sold. Next, LinkedIn Business Referral Partner Outreach. In our agencies, we have our marketing assistant who's usually a high school kid or college intern or something. Reach out to 25 to 50 of our target referral partners, meaning that could be a non-competing insurance agent. It could be a property management company. It could be a mortgage lender. It could be a real estate agent, whatever. 25 to 50 of those we send out usually per day. Some agencies are per week, depending on your resources, but we try to send out per day. And we're just asking them, hey, I'm gonna use Toledo, Ohio again. I'm nowhere in Toledo, Ohio or near it, but I'm gonna use it. Hey, I'm reaching out to all of the mortgage brokers that are in Toledo, Ohio, because I'm a local insurance agent. I'm looking for referral partners that I can send my insurance clients to when they need mortgages, and someone that they can send their mortgage clients to when they need insurance. I realize you probably already have a relationship with an insurance agent, but if I could just get on your backup list, I'd be happy with that. So if that agent is not able to take care of you, at least I'm another name that's in your Rolodex. Guys, don't be afraid to do this. LinkedIn Business Referral Partner Outreach. Go ahead and send it out there. For you agents that are our members, guys, go in and just type in referral or referral partners or business or something like that and pull up that business referral partner page. We've got all the scripts out there. We've got all the wording that you're going to need to make sure that you can get that done. But that's one of the campaigns that you can jump all over. Now, staying in theme with our referral partners, there's also referral partner social media comments. This is where we take our referral partners and we go out and we write something about our referral partners on social media. We tag them and then we ask them to comment. So if my referral partner is XYZ Mortgage Company and they've sent me 10 leads this month, I'm going to go out and go, hey guys, I just want to make you aware of XYZ Mortgage Company. What a phenomenal company. They do great service. They do great work. They send referrals to me because they trust our professionalism. They trust our turnaround time. They trust what we do. So I want to just give them a shout out and say thank you for all that you do. And you tag them and you say, by the way, XYZ Mortgage Company, can you tell our connections a little something about your business? So now you're promoting them. You're allowing them to promote you, right? Now, you probably got 8, 9, 10, if you're doing what I've asked you to do, you probably got 8, 9, or 10 referral partners. Well, obviously, you're not just going to highlight one. So you're going to start with one, and then you're going to go to the next, which means when this referral partner sees that you've promoted another company and they reach out to you and say, hey, I see you're promoting them. What about me? Hey, you're next. Don't worry. I'm doing that this week, and then next week you're going to be tagged, and then next week the next referral partner is going to be tagged, and you go through your list of referral partners. What this does for you guys, this doesn't just embrace your referral partner relationship or enhance your referral partner relationship. It lets the rest of the world know that you're good enough for people to send you referrals. It lets people know that your company is so recognized by other professionals within their industry, because I promise you, they have relationships with other agents who are not taking care of them. So now this mortgage company may see that you actually highlighted another mortgage company, and you're thinking, oh, they'll never send me a referral because I referred this company or I talked about this company. And it's just the opposite. They go, well, dang, if they're that good that that mortgage company would send them referrals, maybe I should check them out too. So yeah, that's why we're doing that. Again, staying in our referral partner theme, I want to make sure that we're doing Google reviews, right? That we're out here getting our referral partners to write us Google reviews. So I've talked to them on social media. That's all great, fine, and dandy, but not everybody's going to see that Facebook post or that LinkedIn comment. They're not going to see that. But when people are looking for insurance and I pop up on Google Maps or I pop up on the front page of Google, one of the things that shows right there is how many reviews I have. And people click on those reviews and they read them. And when they read them, I want them to see that other professionals in my area are writing reviews about my services, about my products. I want them to see that there are other non-competing insurance agents, not captives. Don't ask captives to write you a review or post something on social because it's not going to work. First and foremost, they're not even supposed to send you referrals. Let's get that straight. Captive companies, captive carriers don't even want their agents referring to non-captive agents outside of their family, right? So you can't have your captives. But when we say non-competing insurance agents, we're talking about maybe the person who writes annuities who's sending you referrals because they don't touch personal lines or commercial, or the agent that writes your life insurance, or the agent that writes maybe they write commercial, but you only write personal lines, things like that. That's what I mean about your referral partners. But there's also property management companies, attorneys, CPAs, right? All these other different professionals, real estate agents that you're using that should have a review out there for you already. Best way to do it is you write them a review first and then ask them to reciprocate and write you a review. That's what I've always found works best for referral partners. Next, make sure you update your Google My Business profile. Guys, it is so important. that you have accurate information, NAPE information, which is name, address, phone number, email. Make sure that that's accurate on your Google My Business, but also your description, the categories, the products that you sell, the hours that you're open, your location. All those things are extremely important. Remember what Google's job is. Google's job is to take people who are asking questions and match them with vendors that can answer that question best, right? That can best answer that question. So if you put a good description out there that says, I write homeowners insurance in Toledo and Ohio, and I specialize in new home buyers or home buyers that are upgrading to their second home, or home buyers that are retrofitting down because their kids have left the house or something like that, and you put a description like that, and then someone goes out and types, hey, my kids are out of the house and I'm looking to downgrade my home. What's the best company? What's the best carrier for me to talk to about that? Now all of a sudden that matches closely with what your description says, right? Now you stand a much better chance of Google showing your information to that particular searcher, that internet searcher. That's why you always want to make sure your Google My Business profile is updated. And I just want to show you this. Let me go over here real quick. I'm gonna go to the video and document library. I'm gonna type in Google. I'm not gonna hit enter. You're gonna see Google for Business. This is for our members. This isn't for everybody. So if you're not a member, you're not gonna be able to do this, but I'm just showing our members that are on the call. Scroll down and you're gonna see that we have a guide out here called the Google My Business Guide. I'm gonna open this guide up for you. Guys, this is 21 pages of everything that you need to know about Google My Business. Everything that you need to know about Google My Business. So you don't have an excuse. You can't say, well, Billy, I don't know how to update my Google My Business. Well, we have it out there for you. Now, if you have a vendor that you're paying, that's between you and that vendor. I don't know what to tell you on that one. Okay, you can't share our stuff with that vendor, but you can have that vendor sitting there over your shoulder on the web while you do some stuff, or they can explain stuff to you. But guys, you need to update your Google My Business. Very, very, very important. Customer policy weakness outreach. This is where agency standards comes in, and that's a little further down in the presentation. But what's a customer policy weakness? A weakness means that they fall below your agency standards. If your agency standard for auto insurance is 100, 300 minimum. Now, let me stress this, because you can't talk about this without talking about standards. A standard does not mean that you will not sell a policy with coverage below 100, 300. That is not what that means. The standard means that if the customer wants a policy that's below your agency standard, that's considered a weakness, and that triggers you to take 3 actions. Those 3 actions are, I have to tell you about the weakness, I have to point out the consequences, and I have to have you sign a decline coverage form. I'll still sell you the state minimum, but I won't sell it to you unless you sign something saying you understand that that's not what we recommend, right? There's nothing magical about that. If you go to a hospital or you go any other place and they recommend something for you and you say, no, I don't want that, they're going to say, well, just sign right here saying that we explained it, we recommended it, but you don't want it. That's all we're asking you to do. There's nothing magical with this. So what you want to do is you want to pick a particular coverage or pick a specific policy or whatever it is that you consider the weakness, and look for all of your customers that have that weakness. All the customers that don't have 100, 300. All the customers that don't have water backup on their home. All the customers that don't have flood, even though you have their home. Or the commercial policies that don't have loss of income, right? Even though they have a BOP with you or a GL with you. And I'm not telling you go pick 9 different types of customers. I'm saying pick one. Remember, be exceptional at one thing. So go pick one specific coverage and then reach out to those customers that have that weakness. Okay, and how are you going to reach out to them? P.E.T.E.L.S.R. Phone, postal mail, email, text message, events, landing pages, lead magnets, social media, referral partners. right? Video. That's how you're going to reach out to those folks. You're going to do the same thing with your former customers, right? You're going to reach out to your former customers. An electronic decline coverage form to customers that are missing a specific coverage or policy type. See, going back up to when we talked about our customer policy weakness, we're not just going to call them and go, hey, you got this weakness. No, we're actually going to send them something to sign. And we're going to send the electronic decline coverage form to our customers that are missing a specific coverage or policy type. If you're not sure what the electronic decline coverage form is, it's really just an e-signature form that says, we recommend that you have this because this is our agency standard. You are below our agency standard, so therefore I want you to electronically sign this form. Here's the deal. I'm not worried whether or not they actually sign it or whether I get it back. That is completely unimportant to me. What's important to me is that we send it, because that's what triggers the conversation. More importantly, that's what puts it in the customer's mind that this must be pretty important. For them to send me an electronic signature form that I need to sign saying they explained this coverage to me and I turned it down, and they want me to acknowledge that by signing this, maybe I better have a conversation with them before I sign this. And that's all I want. I just want the conversation. So don't get caught up in, Billy, I tried it, but I only got back 5 forms. I don't give a damn that you only got back 5 forms. You probably got 15 phone calls off of that, and you didn't track that. Your people didn't tell you that. They just told you, oh, I upsold John today. Really? What made him call in? Oh, I don't know. He just called in. No, he called in because you sent him something. But don't get caught up in the numbers on that. Just do the damn process. Claims, going back to claims. You want to get with your top 3 carriers that you write. And you want to look at your top 3 products that you write with those top 3 carriers. And then you want to ask them, what are the top 3 reported claims for that product? And then you're going to build marketing campaigns around those top 3 reported claim types. So let's give an example. Let's say we're looking at homeowners, and I'm looking at travelers, or I'm looking at Cincinnati. Cincinnati is my favorite. So let's go with Cincinnati. I'm going to reach out to Cincinnati, and I'm going to say, hey, Cincinnati, what 3 claims are being reported most related to homeowners? I'm going to call my claims advocate, right? What 3 claims? And they're going to look it up, and they're going to say, oh, Billy, and I'm just making this up. They're going to say, okay, number 1 for us is roof. That's what we're seeing more than anything, people reporting their roof damage. Okay, what's number 2? Number 2 for us is going to be water backup. That's the second most incidents that we're seeing is water backup. Well, what's number 3? Number 3 is service line, right? People's power going out, or there's a sewage problem or whatever. So it's service line. So now what am I going to do now that I have that information? I'm going to go out and I'm going to P.E.T.E.L.S.R, and I'm going to put together campaigns related around those 3 specific claims, right? Claim types. So I'm going to put something out there that talks about roof, whether it's a conference call, whether it's a podcast, whether it's a email, whether it's a phone call that I'm calling to people about their roof, doesn't matter, right? I'm going to do something that says, hey, did you know that roofs are the number 1 most reported, roof damage is the number 1 most reported claim in Toledo, Ohio, when it comes to homeowners from one of our carriers? No, I didn't know that. Yes, it is. You need to go to our site and see what we're doing for roof damage. You need to check this out for roof damage. I'm going to go to my referral partners, right? Maybe I have an appraiser or I have a mortgage person, and I'm going to say, I want to do a joint conference call with you, and I want to get all the people that you've financed their home, and I want to do a conference call that says, hey, let's talk about roof damage. So I've got this beautiful home, but did you know that roof damage was the most reported claim in Toledo, Ohio when it comes to new homeowners? Let's have a quick little 10-minute conference call and tell you what we do at our agency to make sure that our customers are taken care of. Again, guys, some of you are overwhelmed right now because you're going, Billy, I'm not that creative. Okay, then this isn't for you. Okay, I'm gonna tell you like my dad, an old man joke. My dad used to tell me all the time. Says a doctor, you go to the doctor, you say, doctor, it hurts when I raise my arm. So the doctor said, put your arm down. That's pretty much what I'm telling you here. If you're not creative enough to do this campaign, then don't do this campaign. Don't sit up and spend hours trying to figure out shit that you're not good at. Go find something that you're good at. Remember what my saying was, okay? Be exceptional at one thing, good at a few things, and average at the rest, and you'll still be in the top 5% of your industry. So don't try to do something you're not good at. How do you make all this work? Because I'm giving you a lot of stuff here and you're going, there's no way in the hell that I can figure any of this out. You know why? Because you didn't calendar block. If you don't make the time to create wealth, then all of your time is spent fighting off poverty. That's another Billyism. If you don't make the time to create wealth, then all of your time is spent fighting off poverty. So if you can't calendar block 2 hours of your day, 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour in the afternoon, the morning could be 6 o'clock in the morning. Doesn't have to be 9 o'clock in the morning. The afternoon or evening could be 10 o'clock at night. It doesn't have to be 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but you need to block off 2 hours of your day and you need to complete one key task. So if you say, Billy, I really want to do this birthday thing, then go to your calendar, block off 1 hour, right? Maybe it's 7 o'clock in the morning before you get into the office. The dumbest thing that I see is people who try to schedule stuff at 10 o'clock in the morning, right? In the middle of a workday on a Monday. This is my hour. Really? That's dumb as hell. Because what's going to happen? You're never going to get to it. The phone's going to ring. People are going to walk in. Your staff's going to ask you questions. Or you are the staff and you're going to ask questions. Either way, it's just a dumbass time to try to schedule something that you need completely dedicated to finishing something. Now, it would be different if you were scheduling policy reviews because that involves your customer and they're there 10 o'clock in the morning. It would be different if you were scheduling something like, I'm going to do outbound phone calls to my commercial customers. All right, that makes sense because now you can make sure that that customer is at work. But for you to say, I'm going to sit up and create a campaign, right? I'm going to figure out the tools. I'm going to put marketing pieces together. I'm going to figure out my automation and my technology and how to get all this done. And in the middle of doing this, the phone is ringing. People are walking in. You're trying to take a payment. You're trying to answer a question. Again, that's a dumbass time to schedule something. So you need to schedule something if you're trying to build a campaign at a time of day where you literally can put the do not disturb on the phone, put the do not disturb on the door, put the do not disturb on your office door, whatever, and you can dedicate 60 minutes to working on this campaign. When you can dedicate and block off 2 hours a day to really focus on putting something together, you'll be amazed at how much you can get accomplished. You'll be amazed. And not only that, but scheduling that 1 hour in the morning makes the rest of your day more manageable. Scheduling that 1 hour at night to get something accomplished makes the rest of your day or your week even more manageable. But agencies that come to me and they're like, Billy, I see all this stuff that you got out here. Man, I want to do it. I do, but I'm so busy. Dude, I'm never too busy to make money, ever. Okay. But what I have to do is I have to block off the time to make money. So I'm going to say it again. If you don't make the time to create wealth, then all of your time is spent fighting off poverty. So what is the absolute most important thing that you can do besides blocking off time? Well, it's having agency minimum coverage recommendations. See, if everybody's operating from the same standard, if everyone knows what to do when the customer falls below that standard or a prospect has something below that standard, if everyone knows their next actions, then you'll be amazed how you can scale that. You want scale, right? In everything that you do. You want freedom, scale. Scalability and freedom go hand in hand. So if you want to get out of there at 4 o'clock every day and not feel like you're overwhelmed or you're closing up a bunch of crap in the door that's just going to flow out tomorrow morning when you unlock the door, scale things, because then everybody's operating from the same standard. And the beginning of scalability is standards. Those are that is the absolute beginning of scalability. So you need standard minimum coverage recommendations in your agency. Auto, home, and this also leads to your policy weakness. Because once I have standards, that means that anybody or any customer that falls below that standard instantly has a weakness. And all I have to do is three things. Number one, I got to make sure I tell you about the weakness. Number two, I got to explain the consequences of what that would look like if you were to file a claim and have that weakness on your policy. And then I got to send out a decline coverage form. That's it. And I can do that with everybody. I can make sure that my weakest person in the agency can cross-sell and upsell. Why? Because they're talking from standards. My strong people are already going to upsell and cross-sell. They're already going above our minimum recommended standards. But I can't get Judy, who's sitting around, or Dave or Bob, who's sitting around going, I'm not a salesperson, I'm a service person. That's bullcrap. You're not servicing my customer if they walk out the door with weaknesses on their policy and they didn't know it. You're not servicing my customer. You're just trying to make them feel good, right? You're just not doing a good job at that. But if I give you standards and I say, hey, Susie or Bob or Joe, make sure that when you're looking at my customers' records or our customers' records, that if you see uninsured or underinsured motorists below 100,000, that you make them aware that that's not our standard. Our standard is 100, 300. And if they have anything below 100, 300, we have to make sure that we make them aware of it. I have to explain the consequence. Hey, you do know that if you had to go to court and you, even if you won the judgment, if the other person didn't have any money or didn't have any insurance, guess what? Now you're going to have to pay your own legal costs because they don't have any money to cover that, and your lawyer wants to get paid. So that's going to come out of your UM or your UIM settlement. You have to cover your own rehab, your own lost wages, your own, cost of living, all those particular things. That's why we don't want you to have 5,100, because you may end up with $2,000 or $3,000 after everything is paid. We want you to have 100,000. Now, is that going to cover everything? No, but at least that's the minimum we want you to have. See, they're not selling a damn thing. They're just explaining. Now they're giving great customer service. But if you don't have agency standards for them to operate from, then they're going to get emotional. And once they get emotional, nothing happens, right? They're going to give you an excuse why they didn't say something. Emotion makes you hide stuff. That's all that's happening, is they're hiding. They're hiding their weaknesses. They don't want to be exposed that they don't know what the hell they're doing. So that's why we make it easy for them by giving them standard minimum coverage recommendations. Okay? Guys, if you liked what I was talking about and you want more of this and you're not an existing customer of ours, you need to go out to our website. And the best way to get out there, you can scan this QR code or you can go to inspireanation.org and just go to our download store. You can also pick up a copy of the handout that you just saw here. So before we get out of here, I've got a couple of poll questions. I just want to get some feedback from everyone that's out here. So don't jump off yet. I need you to participate in our poll questions. So the first poll question is, are you a current Inspire Nation member? For those of you that have never taken a poll, this is a live poll. So just go ahead, click on the appropriate answer, and then we'll show you the results. It says, are you a current Inspire a Nation member? Meanwhile, you should, after you click on that, if you haven't downloaded the handout for this, you need to go out to our download store, which is on our page, and make sure you've downloaded the handout to this. So let me close and let me share the results with you. 38% of the folks that were on the call today said, I am a current member. So we appreciate you guys for showing up. And 62% of you said, I'm not a member. Well, for the 62% of you that said, I'm not a member, guys, this is the kind of stuff that our members get. So I definitely want you to go out to our site, inspirenation.org, download a copy of this handout, and make sure that you're looking at some of our other resources that are out there. We are the source behind most of the information that you see that flows out from the industry, that flows out in the industry when it comes to marketing and training and processes and things like that. And we're very proud of that. We're 18 years into this, so we're really, really proud of that. All right, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to answer any questions that you have specific to a campaign. Maybe there was one campaign that you saw and you need more information about that campaign. So this is your time to ask questions about specific campaigns that I covered, and then I'll ask those live. I'll unmute you and I'll actually talk to you live. If I don't see any questions out here in the next 2 or 3 minutes, then I'm just gonna, not even 2 or 3 minutes. In the next minute, then I'm gonna assume that you guys got everything that you need, and I'm gonna go ahead and close this out and let you guys get back to work. So I'm waiting to see if there are any questions. You can ask questions several ways. You can go up on the actual question. You can raise your hand. You can go to the question and answer session. You can use the chat box and ask questions that way. But I want to see who has questions about anything. I covered a lot of stuff today, so I want to see who has questions about that. All right, someone's raised their hand. Let's see who that is. Dan. Oh, Dan, my man. Mr. Bertelson. All right, go ahead. How are you, Dan?
Billy, how do you? I've called for customers for after claims, but I've never called for towing claims. What's
Well, again, I'm not calling to discuss the claim. Remember what I said. We're talking about the life insurance piece, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah, we're not calling to do anything. We're just using that as an identifier that says, as a trigger that says, oh, they reported a claim. So now I'm mailing out a life insurance quote to them.
Got it. Okay. That's just a trigger. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's just a trigger. That's all it is. I'm not calling to discuss the claim at all.
Very good.
All right. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Good hearing from you.
You too.
All right. Who else? You can either raise your hand or you can use the question box. Come on, guys. If I don't see anybody, I'm gonna let you get back to work. And then I'm gonna get back to work. All right, I don't see anything. So guys, I appreciate you being here today. Members, this is recorded and it will be available in the video and document library under the bi-weekly session and also on the marketing page. It'll be in 2 different places. It'll be on the bi-weekly session, so you can just type in bi-weekly, and it'll also be on the marketing page of the video and document library. I appreciate you guys being here, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks for our next bi-weekly session. You guys have a great day.